I'm doing very well. What about you? How are you?
Yes, I am little under the weather today. I am allergic to all these kind of stuff like dust and weather fluctuation. So I'm having sneezing
Oh,
right now. And
where are you
yes,
from?
originally I am from Himachal Pradesh, but currently I'm staying in Mohali, that is in Punjab.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes.
So, Neha, why did you think of joining these classes?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I'm working on my communication skills. I
Okay.
just want to be perfect with my uh, English speaking skills, and I want to avoid all the filler words just kind of
Actually,
stuff. Yes. So, because you know what, ma'am, we are not in habit of speaking English in our daily life. So,
absolutely.
when we are communicating in this language, and when we are not able to get the right word at the right time, then we
Yeah,
use or we get fumble or stuck. So
yeah,
I want to get rid of all these obstacles, and I want to be fluent enough.
absolutely. So, Neha, let's discuss something about sleep. So, do you like sleeping? Tell me that first.
I love to sleep, but because these days, once you get married, once you have children, all you need or all you are thriving for a good or sound sleep because you don't get a chance of taking rest when you want. So as and to, if I talk about today, as I told you that I'm having frequent sneezing, so due to that I just want to after this class I'm going to sleep. Sleep is a very crucial factor if you want to have a healthy life. All you need to have a sound sleep because it affects our physical, mental, emotional health, and also it affects our immune system, metabolism. All like we our body needs a sound sleep. So if we are not having a good sound sleep, we are going to trouble ourselves and we are going to have so many diseases. So sleep is really essential.
Right. So, how many hours do you sleep?
I try to take at least 8 hours of sleep. So I never compromise with my sleep. If I don't get a chance to sleep for 8 hours, I try to sleep or I try to take a nap during the daytime because if I don't have my sleep, I don't feel good, I don't feel refreshed, and I don't feel like doing anything, and I'm not able to concentrate even not even my household stuff or whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm working. So I try to take a sound sleep of 8 hours.
All right. Okay, that's nice. And do you think it also affects your productivity, sleep?
Yes, definitely, ma'am. If we are not able to sleep calmly at night, so in the morning we can clearly see we have lack of concentration, lack of focus. We feel nauseous and dizzy all day long. Sometimes we feel like vomiting also. So and we don't feel like doing anything. So it really affects our productivity. If we have a sound sleep, we are all good to go or whatever we want to do, and a good sleep lifts our mood up, and we can easily focus, we can organize things, what we can plan our day in an organized manner. So it really affects. I can't hear you, ma'am. Can't hear you.
I was on mute, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So, because I'm coughing a lot, so I didn't want to
Yes,
disturb
yes.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
So, are you a snorer? Do you snore a lot at night?
No, 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 not at all, not at all. Or and I can't sleep at that place where someone is snoring.
It's
Right.
snoring, right.
So okay, ma'am. So I
So, do you
can't
have any
stand it.
stories? When we go for functions, events, when we have to share rooms with a lot of people. So, do you have any such stories that oh my god, I couldn't sleep, that person was
Uh,
snoring so badly?
yes, yes, I have one. It was my delivery time, and I was blessed with a baby boy. So that night, that very night, when I really needed sound sleep, even I was given so many medicines, but the patient I don't think that was a patient. I guess some relative of a patient who was sleeping next to our bed, and that patient was snoring that so loudly or badly that after having so many medicines, I couldn't sleep for hour that night. When I wasn't able to sleep and I was restless, so my mother was really worried that I am going to fell sick due to lack of sleep. So, but I couldn't sleep that night, even for half an hour. So next day, what we do, the very first step my mother took, she just changed my room. We just shifted because that day I guess the private rooms were not available. So the very next morning, my mother just booked a private room where I could have rest easily, and I slept for the next day for whole day long. And in the evening, I was quite fresh and active. So it is my
Oh,
story.
that's really nice. And like, have you slept with someone who sleep talks a lot, or like I sleep talk?
Okay,
My
okay.
mother-in-law told me the other day. So my
Okay,
husband never told me I sleep talk. But
okay.
once my husband was traveling and both of us happened to sleep together, and the next morning she's like, "How much you talk?" So I didn't know. That was the first time that
Okay.
I got to know that I sleep talk sometimes, probably when I'm too tired or something. So do
Yes,
you know that day she couldn't sleep? I know. So
yes.
do you know anyone like that?
Yes, ma'am. My son, if he has so many thoughts in his mind, or he is tired, as you told that, or he is overjoyed, or he is disappointed, then he used to do this. Then he sleep talks, or sometimes he grinds. Most of the time he grinds his teeth. That
Yeah.
really irritates me. So initially I got worried, what is the reason, because he used to grind his teeth, or he talks while sleeping. So then I consulted a doctor, and he told me that it's very common with children, and it happens when your kid is hyperactive or overactive, or if something is going on in his
Good.
mind, maybe he's not
Right.
expressing it. So that is the reason of all these actions. So
Okay.
that is it.
So when you are talking of anything that happened in the past, okay,
Yes,
never
ma'am.
use an S. So you said he used to grinds. No, he
No,
used
no,
to
no.
grind.
Yes, used to grind. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
If he's doing it now, then you will say he grinds. But in the
Yes,
past, he
ma'am.
used to grind. This is going to go with practice, nothing
Yes,
else.
ma'am.
Practice
Yes,
is
ma'am.
what is needed. Otherwise, when you know it theoretically, unless and until you put it into practice, it's not
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
work. So, practical
Yes.
experience is something which you need. So, what time do you wake up? Like, generally?
Generally, these days I wake up at 5 o'clock, because at the 6 sharp, at 6:55, my son goes to school. So I have to wake up at 5 o'clock, and generally at weekends, during weekends also, I prefer to wake up early. So if I'm not in habit of sleeping during weekend,
Okay.
so yes.
So, when you wake up, what do you do? If you don't have any work, say it's a Sunday, then what do
Yes.
you do?
Yeah, so for a couple of minutes, I sit in front of my puja room, and I just meditate and pray to God. Try to calm myself, to soothe myself that now today I'm going to be calm and refresh, and I'm going to make this day very productive. And then I take a glass of lukewarm water. Then I get freshen up, and the next thing I sit, I turn my TV on, and I play bhajans on my TV. Most of the time, it's Mahamrityunjay mantra. Be it television, be it Alexa, the very first thing that in the name of music, the very first thing I used to play is Mahamrityunjay mantra, and then
I
I
am
do.
used to play because you'll do it
Okay,
every day, right? I am
okay,
used to play.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm used to play. Okay, and
And
then I do yoga and meditation, uh, and in a way I'm preparing myself to start my day with the refresh mindset, with the
so
fresh
tell me
mindset.
something. Uh, have you been somebody who has been short tempered earlier? Because in your conversations, I'm hearing it, I think I heard it twice or thrice, that
Okay.
you are preparing yourself for the day, you're calming down, I will not be hyper, whatever. So have you
Yes.
changed yourself through the years, or
uh,
you always been calm?
no, ma'am. It was never that I was very aggressive or hyper. But yes, I was blunt and straightforward. I am still, but now I have learned how to tackle situations diplomatically. So as I am growing up, ma'am, I am getting that idea of life. How can we tackle bigger problem easily if we learn to stay calm? And yoga and meditation is essential part if you really want to be that cool and calm personality, and you want to have a hold on your temperament, then you should go for yoga and meditation. These really are going to help you. And sometimes I would say that I have so many pet peeves. I get irritated over trivial things, so I am working on those things so that I can be more calm person. I want everything tidy. I'm very punctual. So sometimes it is troublesome for the people around me, because this is my nature.
Not
But
everybody is the same. Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
You are, the people who you dominate are dominated.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Right, ma'am.
But you are dominating.
Yes, I used to be dominating, but now I have learned that everyone has his or her point of view,
Right.
and everyone has their particular lifestyle. So I am not the one who can dominate everyone, or who can suggest, or I just don't want to impose myself over people. So I'm working on this, and I feel really elated when I find a new Neha in me, because now I don't get affected by people's behavior. I don't lose my temperament easily. Now I know how to tackle each and every situation. Sometimes diplomatically, sometimes I need to be straightforward. So now I have that ability to deal with different mindsets of people.
Right, right, right.
Oh,
Different mindsets of people. Absolutely.
yes,
So I think you have just come to terms with the fact that every individual is different and you can't make
yes,
every individual you. It's
right,
not possible.
exactly, ma'am.
Right. So I'm sure you have done this through a lot of meditation, a lot of hard work, a lot of self control. Right.
Yes, yes.
So now today, if you meet, uh, say, 10 year ago Neha, so what would you tell her?
Yes, okay. I would definitely tell. Actually, if I meet 10 years ago, Neha, she is also very sweet and adorable. I would say.
Of course,
Only
of
thing
course.
is, yes. Only thing is, I never try to dominate uh, other people. If I ever try to have that sense of domination or
Domination.
domination, right? So
Yeah.
it is just the for the benefit of my family, for the benefit of my son. I just want him to be punctual, to
Yeah.
understand the value of time. I want him to be disciplined. I want him to understand the value of self discipline. But yes,
Absolutely.
yes, I understand, and now I got it that he is growing up, so he has his
She.
tantrums.
Right, right, right.
A
Yeah.
son.
Sorry, the
So
son.
he
Yeah.
has, yes, he has his tantrum. So I every time I cannot be very rude or very
Yeah.
strict to him. I
Yeah. You
need to
can.
be
You can
first.
say I can't reprimand him every time.
Okay, I can't.
Reprimand.
Huh?
Reprimand.
Oh,
Reprimand. I'll write
reprimand.
in the chat
Okay,
box page.
okay, ma'am. Fine. So yes, so first I need to be friend with him so that I can understand. Okay, reprimand. Right, ma'am. Thank you for this new vocabulary word. I'm going to use it. And if I get a chance to meet Neha 10 years ago, so I would definitely tell her that yes, earlier I used to be a people pleaser. So I would
Oh,
definitely tell her, don't be a people pleaser, because
it's not going
uh,
to happen.
yes. So now I got this. Now I understood this. So I'm going to tell her that don't be a people pleaser, because it's not going to work for you. You are going to make yourself, or you are going to put yourself in a pickle. So just be yourself. Do the things that make you happy. Don't try to
Believe in
make.
yourself. Okay.
Yes, believe in yourself, and do all these things that make you happy, rather than looking this happiness in outer world. So I would give this message to Neha.
Looking for happiness in outer world. Okay.
Okay,
Not looking this happiness.
looking
Looking
for.
for happiness in this outer world. All right.
Okay.
And tell me three of your qualities that you would like your son to inculcate from you, and three of your
Okay.
qualities that you would like your son to inculcate from your husband.
Right. So from me, I want him to be organized
Is
because he
he?
is not.
No.
Not
Okay.
really. Next
Okay.
is, yes, uh, he needs to be focused. As he gets
Okay.
distracted, easily distracted by the things that are happening around him. So I want him, once if he's studying, so he should focus on his studies. So he lacks that focus quality in him. He needs to focus. And third thing, I want him to be little bit of straightforward. I
Okay.
want him to be very clear with his thoughts and with the words he expresses. So clarity of mind. I want a little bit of more clarity of mind. So these
Okay.
qualities I want him. And from my husband, I want him to be patient like my husband. He is very patient. My husband is as cool as cucumber. So I want this quality in my son. Second, uh, he is very caring. So I want my son to be caring. He is caring. My son is also caring, but I want him to be his like his father,
As
because
good
my
as his
husband.
father.
Yes, yes. And third one, that is what would it be? So I told my qualities randomly, and when it comes to my husband's quality, I need to think.
I understand. I understand.
Yes. Third one is my husband is not a picky eater. He eats anything. Like I don't have to trouble thinking what I have to cook for my husband. He whatever I make, he eats easily. So he has no choices. So I want my son to be like this, because my son is a fussy eater. He always wants me to cook something or the other. Right. So I want him to adapt this habit from his papa. So that is it.
And one habit of yours you don't want him to take.
Yes. Whenever I'm angry, whenever I'm sad, so I can't control my tears. So I want him to be more
Strong.
strong
Instead of
personality,
more strong, we can say stronger.
stronger, right? And my husband is very emotional, very emotional. So I don't want my son to be emotional fool, to be an emotional fool. I want him to be practical enough, because this century or
World.
the world is not a world for emotional people. So he need to be practical enough. I don't want him to be emotional like his father and a crybaby like me.
He needs to be emotional, not need to
Yes,
be, okay?
needs
He
to.
needs to
Yes,
be
ma'am.
practical. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So it was a great discussion that we had, Neha.
Yes,
What I realized from your speeches, you're speaking quite well. You definitely have a knack for the language. You can use better words, is what my
yes,
suggestion would be. Your grammar is almost an 8 on 10. Almost there, of course, a little bit here and there is going to happen, which
yes,
is going to be better with practice. But
yes,
overall,
ma'am.
if I speak, I think you're doing very well. Just make sure that you are, whenever you're learning a new word, make sure you're practicing it on the same day. So today
Yes,
only you
ma'am.
learn reprimand. So make
Yes,
sure if you are even scolding your son, you say that, I'm not reprimanding you today doesn't mean I'm not going to do that tomorrow.
yes, ma'am.
Right? Something as simple as that. So that will also help you remember the word because we learn a
Yes,
lot of new words, but because we don't use them, we forget. So make
exactly.
sure
This is
that you're putting into your mind. Apart
okay,
from
ma'am.
that, I think we are doing quite well. So
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so
I hope
much.
you also kind of understood what I discussed with you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because I know where I am lacking. No, this is my biggest problem. As I told you, I know the grammatical concepts, basic grammar concept. But when I'm speaking, just because of lack of practice, because I don't have that environment at my home, I'm not speaking this language. Now, after this session is over, I'm going to stick to my Himachali or Hindi. So
Absolutely, yeah.
this is the biggest problem. But yes, I'm working on it, and for sure, I'm going to make
Sure.
it. Yes,
Absolutely,
ma'am.
you will. All right, then. I'll see you next time.
Okay,
Okay?
ma'am. Thank you so much. It was
Most
nice
welcome.
interaction with you.
Same here, same here. Bye. Have a
Okay.
great day. Bye bye.